Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see, this time we are going to check fresh release from ICM. It's an aircraft kit in 1/48 scale and it copies A-26C-15 Invader. So it's a new version of the famous American aircraft, World War II American bomber, as you can see, and we have a commercial sample here, so it means you will get exactly the same stuff as what you will see in this video review. So first of all, box size is similar to the previous Invader releases. Here you can see comparison with my hand. We also have quite nice box art. I wish they would sell it as a separate posters, but they don't, so if you want it you can maybe cut it off the top lid if you would like to. So here on this side we have some information about the kit. So there are 252 parts and wingspan should be 447 millimeters, so it's quite a big 1/48 scale kit. And on the opposite side you can see one of the marking options. I hope there will be more, but it's the same as on the box art. So let's open it. Box structure is typical for ICM, so as you can see I'm lifting the color printed top lid, which is not that thick, I would say. As you can see, it's flexible, but what is under this section, it's a sturdy white cardboard box which should actually protect everything inside. So let's move it like this, then we open it, okay, and here we have all frames packed into the same plastic bag. On the bottom we have assembly manual, there is also Decal Sheet, but obviously we are going to start with plastic and then we will gradually move to the assembly manual and other things which are supplied with this kit. So just give me a moment. Okay, here is the plastic bag and we take it out. Oops, some sprues fall down or fall out because they were lying in the middle, but I'm going to start with one of the biggest ones. So here you can see that we have various parts for the engine gondolas, also for the nose section. This is a one-piece nose area, which is really cool because you won't have the nasty seams here in the middle in the such visible thing. Here we have also fuel tanks, some parts for the landing gear wheels, and everything is molded in a nice quality. I can see here landing gear legs, and note that such a complex structure is molded as a one-piece element, which is really cool. So it's just a matter of separating it and it will be easy to use with aircraft. So it should speed up the assembly process, and of course it also has influence on the parts count, obviously. Here you can also see the instrument panel, which is molded together with pedals. Obviously if you get the PE set aftermarket one, then you have to cut off all this stuff and replace it with metal. Okay, just give me a sec. Next we go on with this plastic sprue. Here we have fuselage halves. So these are quite large parts. Here you can see comparison with my hand. Both are molded together with tail fin, but rudder is separate. We have recessed panel lines and riveting here. Also here you can see tail wings, which are molded without elevators. And if you flip it over, here on the opposite side you can see quite a generous, I would say, internal detailing. And of course we have some guiding pins. Let's zoom in a bit. Now you should be able to see what I'm talking about. So it's really impressive molded details. So I would recommend to play here with washings, maybe with some weathering, because it might be visible with few tricks in case you would like to expose it, obviously, but still it will be somewhat visible through the clear frontal section, so keep it in mind. Okay. Next we have the clear plastic sprue. Here it is, in the separate plastic bag. And here we have canopy parts, so let's zoom in a bit. Now you should be able to see it, so really nice parts. I don't have anything to add here. I'm not sure if masks are included into this kit, so recently ICM started including the templates for the masks for their clear parts, so maybe this kit is also the special one, let's say, but we will see. So here you can see another clear section, really nice molding quality. I like what we get here out of the box. It means you won't have to do anything sanding. These parts are ready to go out of the box. Here we have some parts for the external detailing, so again quite nice molding quality. Some parts are really tiny, so be ready to work with tweezers, because otherwise it will be a bit tricky to get them into the right spot. So now we can move to the wheels which fell down. So here we have landing gear tires, not the wheels, because rims were molded separately. And these parts I would rather replace them with resin alternative from, for example, Edward produces nice bursting wheels, because this model will only benefit from such addition. So don't be lazy, add such aftermarket set to your kit and you will be surprised with how good looking result will be. Here we have two identical plastic frames with engine ports, so obviously we are going to check only one. There is no need to go again and again over the same sprue. So here we have engine parts and also some parts for the engine gondolas. And again, out of the box we get both engines, so it should be quite detailed kit. Maybe you can expose them somehow, maybe you can replace them with resin parts, who knows what you would like to do. But as I said, for out of the box build, this engine is more than enough, and especially if you invest some time into painting and weathering, then you will get really impressive result. I saw some works based on the plastic only, without any additional aftermarket in this area, and it was really surprising how good looking it can be. Next we go on with wing ports. So here you can see this wing half, so let's zoom out a bit. Okay, so what do we have here? These are two halves. They're molded without wing mechanization, as you can notice. Here we have also fuselage panel for the bomb bay, also some of the bulkheads. We have standard external detailing, it means recessed panel lines and riveting, and also various hatches are carefully replicated here. And if you flip it over, here we can see that we have guiding pins here on the leading edge in some spots, here for example, and that's pretty much all. That's really surprising, but I guess it will be enough for joining these parts together. Let's zoom in so that you can see the external detailing here. It looks really nice, but it's kinda not that deep, I would say, so be careful not to lose it on under a layer of primer and paint, because it happens, and it happened with me several times, so just keep it in mind and you will be fine. Next we go on with last gray plastic sprue. So here we have engine gondola parts and another pair of wing halves. Everything looks cool, and again the same level of external detailing. If you flip it over, engine gondolas have some detailing in the wheel wells. We have also guiding pins here, so it should be relatively easy to assemble them if you are not in a hurry, let's say. Just don't hurry with such large parts. Next we go on with Decal Sheet. So Decal Sheet is printed in form of such white paper. As you can see here, we have all necessary symbols for several marking options. We even have dials for the instrument panel. No seat belts, unfortunately. Maybe we will see them in the future kits, who knows. And printing quality, as I said, looks really good. It's usually easy to apply ICM decals, so here I don't have anything to complain about. And next we go on with assembly manual. Let's zoom out a bit. Okay, now you should be able to see it. So assembly manual is printed in typical traditional style, let's say. We have short history note, technical specifications. Then we go with parts map, and note that all parts are used for this kit. So there are no extra parts which can go into your spare parts box, except of this. These are external fuel tanks, and also I can see another nose section, but I mean, these parts is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 parts in total. Okay, so whole build process starts with instrument panel. As you can see, you assemble the frontal section of the aircraft. Then you continue with bulkhead, radio equipment, bomb bay, and then you install all this stuff on one of the fuselage halves, the left part. Next we continue with various walls. As you can see, they're inserted here, and they will be also serving as a support for the wing half. So maybe you can also use some metal rod here, it will be up to you, but this is what you get out of the box. Then we continue with the same thing for the opposite side of the fuselage, and then you join fuselage halves together. So basically these large plastic rods will be also serving to hold two halves together. Might be handy, I'm not sure if it will be for some modelers, but it can be useful for a proper alignment of these parts together. Next we continue with nose section. So as you can see, it's a matter of combining several panels together, and of course clear part. Here you have to drill some holes and for installation of the bombs and gun pods. So if you would like to have them, you will have to drill these holes. Next we continue with wing mechanization. So as you remember, we had separate flaps and ailerons. Here we install the clear part, install this machine gun cover, and then we install both wings on the aircraft. This is the tail section as far as I can understand. So here, no, it's actually engine gondola. I was a bit confused, but as you can see, again, you have to use a lot of parts together just to get one gondola ready, and then you will have to repeat the same. And don't forget to place some weight in the nose area. It's 100 grams in each. It's really surprising, so 200 grams in total, just to make or to avoid the tail seater out of your aircraft. Here we continue with lower fuselage half, actually panel with machine gun turret. Next you have a choice between several canopy options, and it will depend on the marking option you will choose for your build. Here we assemble landing gear, engines. Both engines can be opened, as you remember. I mean, they're detailed out of the box, so you can think how to open them. Maybe don't glue these one-piece covers into the place, so you can easily remove it off the assembled model and it will be good to go. Here we have bomb bay cover, so you can cut it off into two halves and then it will be positioned in the open version. And next, why I'm a bit confused, because I'm looking at this engine bonnet panels. Here we assemble bombs. Also we assemble the machine gun turret. Both are installed on the wings, so you have a choice between machine guns and bombs on the wings. Then you install propellers. And yes, we have again the mask template, so you are covered out of the box, literally covered, let's say, because here you have masks application guide, here you have the mask template, so all these small squares can be easily covered. Just place the mask sheet over this thing, or maybe vice versa, and just cut off the necessary segment, use it on your aircraft and you will be good to go. Here we have three marking options. So this is the first one from France, March 1945. Next we go on with Italy, early 1945, and another one French, June 1945. And here on the last page you can see the minor part painting guide and also maybe stencils placement guide. So quite a surprising thing that we have masks template included here out of the box. That's really good improvement. I mean, whole April lineup features mask template, so it's really cool because you get everything you need out of the box. And next, I mean, all other upgrades are more, let's say, as a complementary for the overall quality, but out of the box you get a decent value without spending extra money. And of course I will be happy to hear your opinion. Write it here in the comment section below. If you like this video and you want to support us, press the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye!